Jnana an encyclopedia of Vedic knowledge by pact. Vedas. Chaturvedas.
ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवज्रवत्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पतकान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिर्वेदसादनम्.
Rigveda, hymns on Indra. Hymns on Indra, mandala 6, Sukta 29. Rishi Bharadwaja Brihaspati in meter Trishtiv hailed Indra. Your men have followed Indra for his friendship, and for his loving kindness glorified him. For he bestows great wealth, the thunder wielder. Worship him, great and kind, to win his favor. Him to whose hand men closely cling, and drivers stand on his golden chariot, firmly stationed. With his firm arms he holds the rein. His horses, the stallions, are yoked ready for the journey. Thy devotees embrace thy feet for glory. Bold, thunder-armed, rich, through thy strength in guerdon, robed in a garment fair as heaven to look on, thou hast displayed thee like an active dancer. That Soma, when effused, hath best consistence, for which the food is dressed and grain is mingled, by which the men who pray, extolling Indra, chief favorites of gods, recite their praises. No limit of thy might hath been appointed, which by its greatness sundered earth and heaven. These the prince filleth full with strong endure, driving as it were with help his flocks to waters. So be the lofty Indra prompt to listen, helper unaided, golden wizard hero. Ay, so may he, shown forth in might unequalled, smite down the many vratas and the dasayus. Shukta 30, Rishi Bharadwaja Brihaspati in meter Trishta visualized Indra. Indra hath waxed yet more for hero powerless, alone, eternal, he bestoweth treasures. Indra transcendenteth both the worlds in greatness. One half of him equaleth earth and heaven. Ay, mighty, I esteem his godlike nature. None hindereth what he hath once determined. Near and afar he spread and set the rain, and every day the sun became apparent. Even now endures thine exploit of the rivers. When Indra, for their floods thou clavest passage, like men who sit at meat, the mountains settled. By thee, most wise, the rains were made steadfast. This is the earth, this is the truth, none else is like thee. Indra, no god superior to thee, no mortal, thou slewest Ahi, who besieged the waters, and lettest loose the streams to hurry seaward. Indra, thou breakest up the floods and portals on all sides, and the firmness of mountain. Thou art the king of men, all of that liveth, engendering at once sun, heaven, and morning. Shukta 31, Rishi Suhotra Bharadwaj, meter Tristub, hailed Indra. So Lord of wealth art thou, O Lord of riches, thou in thine hands hast hurled the people. Indra, men have invoked thee with contending voices for seed and waters, progeny and sunlight. Through fear of thee, O Indra, all the regions of earth, though not may move them, shake and tremble. All that is firm is frightened at thy coming. The earth, the heaven, the mountain, and the forest. With Kutsa, Indra, thou didst conquer Susna. Voracious band of crops in fight for cattle, in the close fray thou rentest him. Thou stolest the sun's wheel and didst drive away misfortune. Thou smotest to the ground the 100 castles impregnable of Sambara the Dasayus. When strong with might thou hopest Divodasa, who poured libations out, O Soma buyer, and maddest Bharadwaja, rich who praised thee. As such true hero, for great joy of battle mount thy terrific car, O brave and manly, come with thine help to me, thou distant roamer, and glorious God, spread among men my glory. Shukta 32, Rishi Suhotra Bharadwaja in meter Trishta visualized Indra. I with my lips have fashioned for this hero words never matched, most plentiful and auspicious. For him the ancient, great, strong, energetic, the very mighty wielder of the thunder. Amid the sages, with the sun he brightened the parents, glorified he burst the mountain, and roaring with the holy thought singers, he loosed the bond that held the beams of morning. Famed for great deeds, with priests who kneel and laud him, he still hath conquered in the frays of cattle, and broken down the fort destroyer. A friend with friend, a sage among the sages. Come with thy gifted Mars, with abundant vigor and plenteous strength to him who sings thy praises. Come hither, born by mates with many heroes, lover of song, steed for the people's welfare. Indra, with rush and might, sped by his coursers, hath swiftly won the waters from the southward. Thus set at liberty, the rivers daily flow to their goal, innocent and exhaustless. Shukta 33, Rishi Sunohatra Bharadwaja in meter Trishta hailed Indra. Give us the rapture that is mightiest Indra, prompt to bestow and swift to aid. O hero, that wins with brave steeds, where brave steeds encounter and quells the vratas and the foes in battle. For with loud voice the tribes invoke thee, Indra, to aid them in the battlefield of heroes. Thou, with the singers, hast pierced through the pans. The charger whom thou aidest wins the booty. Both races, Indra, of opposing foemen, O hero, both the Arya and the Dasa, hast thou struck down like woods with well-shot lightnings. Thou rentest them in fight, most manly chieftain. Indra, befriend us with no scanty succor. Prosper and aid us, loud all that liveth. When fighting for the sunlight, we invoke thee, O hero, in the fray, in war's division. Be ours, O Indra, now and for the future, be graciously inclined and near to help us. Thus may we, singing sheltered by the mighty, win many cattle on the day of trial.